Hi, and welcome to this book folding tutorial. In order to follow along, you need a book, a template to fold, you need a pen, and a cloth peg. With the pen, I'm going to draw a line to the point where I want to fold the pages to. So I'm about folding them to the same point so it looks more neat. And I do that on both sides. And with this book, the top side somewhat more difficult because it's black, and it's not an exact science. You don't have to hit the line every time, but it's a reference point. If you want to follow along with this tutorial, I sell the template for next to nothing in my Etsy shop. I'll put a link to that in the description. And for this tutorial, if you follow this template, you need 142 full pages for folding. So that's 284 in page numbers. That's the minimal amount of pages you need in order to fold this template. And if you have more pages, which looks a little better, it's good to divide them in half so you have an equal amount of pages on both sides of your folded pages. Now, in order to start folding, I level the bottom of the template with the bottom of the page, and I fold the page from the bottom of the first line of the L, the bottom line of the L, toward the red line that I drew on the bottom of the book. And then I fold the top half of the page from the top of the first line of the L to the line on the top that I drew on the top of the page. And it's no exact science. So if you don't, especially the lines on the top and the bottom of the book, those are just for reference, and you don't have to hit them exactly. They can be a bit off. That's no problem. It's more important that you're pretty close to the folding lines on the template. And then I cross off the line so I know that I've folded that line. And then you move on to the next line of the template. So I put the template underneath the page I'm going to fold, and I level it again, and I push the line to the edge of the page, and then I do the exact same thing again. And as you can see, I'm not using the cloth peg yet that I mentioned, which is not too smart because it's much easier to hold the pages a bit back, but I'll show you that in a bit. So finally getting my clothes back, and you cannot clip all the pages together, not all the folded pages together. You'll see that in a bit, but it just helps. It makes it easier to hold the pages a bit back. And after you folded a few pages like this, you'll hit a point where you have a bottom line of the L and a top line of the L. So you have two lines which are aligned, but you cannot fold both lines on one page. So you first do one line, and it doesn't matter if you first fold the bottom line for the bottom line or for the top line, but what does matter is that you keep the same order. So either you always fold the bottom line first, or you always fold the top line first. So now I'm folding the bottom line for this template. And now I'm moving on to the top line. And once you've reached the end of one letter, you leave no pages in between but go straight on to the next letter. Now, if you're using this love template, you will notice that at some point in the V, you will not have two lines above each other like you had in the L, but you will have three lines above each other. And you do the exact same thing as with the L. You keep the same order in folding them. So if you folded the letter L, the lines from the bottom to the top one, you do the exact same thing now. And if you fold it from the top to the bottom, then you follow that order. So you fold every line on a separate page. And if you followed along, this is the result you will get. It would make a perfect gift for an anniversary, a bridal shower, a wedding, or for Valentine's Day, of course. So I really hope you did enjoy this tutorial. As I said, the template is for sale on my Etsy shop for a really low price. And if you liked this tutorial, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and I hope to see you in another tutorial.